Good morning. Every year at this time, obviously, we look towards our veterans. And every year I look back, I never thought of myself being particularly patriotic until I got older. I'm surrounded by veterans in my life, and sometimes I get emotional, but it starts with my grandparents that were in the World Wars. My father was assigned to the Manhattan Project. If you don't know what the Manhattan Project is, you need to look it up and educate yourself. And I never knew that until I was well into my 30s. My father never talked about it. I have a brother that was a young, cocky 19-year-old that I couldn't stand to be around. He went in, and 6 months later, he came home, and like, what did you do with my brother? Because he was respectful to his mother, to my father, to his country, to the church, and he just did a total turnaround. But at the same time, I had a brother-in-law that went to Vietnam, and unfortunately, he was in the middle of the war, and he came home a drug addict and an alcoholic, and we don't see him anymore. So that's the bad side of being a veteran. I don't think we look at what veterans truly can be. You know, we read about them, we always have the parades and we have the celebrations, but do you really know what a veteran is? So I looked it up, and a couple of the definitions that I came up with is a person who has served in the armed forces, someone who has shown a great courage and bravery in difficult and dangerous situations, one who is appreciated, admired, and established the benchmark for sacrifice and patriotism, a hero to their country. A veteran, whether active duty, discharged, retired, or reserve, is someone who at one point in his life wrote a blank check made payable to the United States of America for the amount of up to and including his or her life. That is an honor, and there are way too many people in the country today that no longer understand this fact. I have the privilege every year of going to Buffalo, New York with my husband, as his ship is a museum in Buffalo Harbor. So we go to a reunion, and he gets with all his old buddies, and us wives have to sit there and listen to the same stories over and over again, and we're bored to tears, so we usually jet out to the mall or something while these guys are, talking about their stories. But what I have learned, being married to Neil and being around the veterans from his ship, is there is a camaraderie that no one can understand unless you have been put into that situation. They were a band of brothers, and it was like 1972 that he was in. So even all these years later, he's lost a lot of friends, but there's still a lot of guys there. I have come in contact with their wives, and we are now a band of brothers' wives. And it's just a relationship that you just can't understand until you have been put into it. So with all that being said, I have asked Nora and Violet to hand out a little something. Diane printed these off. So I would like all the veterans to please stand, if you can. Come on, I know we have. Come on. Neil. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. And so in closing, I just want to thank you all. To those who serve now or served in the past, I thank you with all my heart for your service. Thank you for my life and freedom in this unique and wonderful nation. Freedom is not an abstract idea. It is the difference between the life I choose and the life others choose for me. I am free to think, feel, and speak the way I wish. I am free to live where I want, as I want, and with whom I want. I am free to speak my opinion and to stand for my beliefs. You have given me that freedom as you've sacrificed your life to do so, in part or in whole, without complaint, without reservation. You gave, even when giving cost you dearly. Thank you for your sacrifice, your care, dedication to make my life better. I have no way to repay you for my sacrifices in life. cannot compare to yours. Please know my thanks to you are sincere and deep, for without you, freedom would not exist. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Nora Violet. And thank you. God bless you.